What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let's get into it, all right? It is the 20th day of June today, and here we are at about 17.2 cents. 2 days, 7 hours left in the week here. We got about 6 hours, 50 minutes left in the day. 17.2 cents right now. Looking like we want to go a little bit lower, don't we? Let's take a relative fib and just see where we might go. As we're dropping, I think it's important to note here on Bybit this isn't the largest exchange anymore, actually, with Cookie. Now it is actually. Oh, what? We got Binance too. Binance has the most volume. As we're moving down, the volume is decreasing. So absolutely, I believe that we will come back from this with immense strength, taking us to new relative highs and beyond, even up to new all-time highs, right? That's inevitably the goal. We're just correcting right now. Anybody who bought, if you bought today, you bought last week, you bought a month ago, whatever, anywhere in this range, everybody's going to make money. You just got to be patient and don't sell the low. You're not going to make money if you buy the high and you sell the low. If you bought the high, that's okay, but buying the high and selling the low is a no-no. We don't do that, okay? Low to high here, relative to this range, you are below the 382. It would make a lot of sense that you'd find support at this 0.5. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but a lot of cryptos have been finding significance at their 0.5 over the past couple of years now, honestly. Let's just see if we were to take this maybe off of Bybit, something that has more historical data. Let's go to high to low here. Right? Okay, no significance at the 0.5 there. That doesn't help my case. That's okay. What about the high to low here? Not at the 0.5 there either. Not helping my case at all. Dang it, Cookie DAO. Maybe you're overdue for one. Let's run with that. What about maybe this high to low? High to low here, yeah, no. You found support at it. You did find support at it right there. But still, I think that looking at this here from a low to a high, the only applicable area would be this 16.1 cent area. And maybe you go just below there. You could go to the golden ratio. It's very possible. I have a hard time imagining that Cookie goes down that far, right? I don't really think that that's going to happen. Granted, I didn't imagine that we'd go all the way down this low either. I really did expect that we'd hold support here, but the rest of the market had other plans, right? Bitcoin's moving down, the rest of crypto's moving down. If crypto's moving down as a whole, Cookie DAO is going to follow suit, man, right? The baby ducks follow the mommy duck right here, Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's get back to Cookie though. Hold on. Looking at this, and I want to do it on Binance. Yes, Binance. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, and maybe we can throw on some other indicators too, just for funsies. If we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, MACD is rejecting the zero. You can see it right there, rejecting this zero line right there. It's rejecting the zero, coming down, building bearish momentum as you're going lower, right? You had this plateau and you dropped with more volume on the drop there, suggesting that we do have lower to go. Volume picking up to the downside is not what you want to see if you're looking to reverse. It's what you want to see if you're looking for it to go lower, and I think we are going lower. Stochastics are oversold. RSI only has just now gotten oversold. To me, that signals that we have lower to go. I'm assuming, and I am assuming right now, that there are a lot of people who are watching Cookie who think they know what they're talking about, who are probably saying, oh, look, it's bullish divergence on the 1 hour. That means the low is in. No. Oh, look, double bottom on top of that. Probably not. Probably not, no. Maybe it is bullish divergence. Maybe you do reverse back to where the divergence started, which is all the way over here, and you go up to about 17.7 cents, 18 cents, something like that. Maybe you do. Still going to be a lower high, and you go down. But maybe you don't. Maybe it just looks like bullish divergence now, and the lower you go, the lower this RSI goes, and then it gets rid of that bullish divergence, and that's when you bounce, and then you still continue to go lower. Absolutely, I expect that we're going to go lower. I don't think this is going to save you. No, I definitely don't think that's what's going to happen. Looking at the 4 hour time frame here, rejecting the 50, getting lower highs in the price. You can see lower highs here, rejecting the 50, getting higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price, higher highs in the RSI equals hidden bearish divergence. It's no wonder we came down. And again, the volume is pretty lackluster, but it is picking up. That was the most volume we've seen on a 4 hour basis since the low here. So validating the idea that we go down. And that was a bearish engulfing candle that engulfed not just one, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these candles. The last day's worth of candles got engulfed in one 4 hour candle. That was the last one that we just had there. Stochastics look like they're pretty weak. Anytime you're ranging, right, you should range between the oversold, overbought, oversold, overbought. When you're not getting overbought, that's a weak sign. You're in the oversold zone. doubling down on that weakness. MACD is crossing bearish. It's only freshly crossed bearish. Typically, you don't get one drive that's bearish, right? You get multiple drives, especially after having a green run like that. You don't really get. I mean, here it's minimal, but you continue to get more bearish as time went on. So I doubt that this is the end. I think that this is just the beginning of the end. It is the beginning of the end, the end of this trend, but the beginning of this final move down, right? Comparable to maybe what we saw here. I wonder, actually, just in that same kind of context, how far down would this be? I don't think this move is going to be as big as this, but just for funsies. Should I make it from that high? I mean, that takes us right to 15.2 cents. We could go there, 15.2 cents. Yeah, I doubt we're going to go. I mean, we go to 13 cents. That's all the way down to the golden ratio. It's possible. You best believe, guys, if Cookie Dow goes to 13 cents, we're going to be buying up Cookie Dow, man. Let's just look at this real quick, okay? Let's go back to Bybit with the historical data here. If we're taking a high to a low, I'm anticipating that Cookie goes to the 1272 to the 1618 area, okay? From here, the minimum target is about a 9x, which is nice. But we've got plenty of cryptos that we're watching that have minimum targets that are higher than that, right? So 9x is nice, 9.5x is nice, but if Cookie were to go down to the golden ratio relative to this low to high here, which is all the way down at about 13.2 cents or lower, if we were to do something like that, that would give you about a 12x, almost a 13x. That's a nice minimum. That's a nice minimum to have. I don't think you stop here anyways. I think that you go a little bit higher. I doubt that you go all the way up to the 1618. That's an overall 30x, and I mean, you could from the golden ratio there. You could see that, but I would think the 1414 would be more appealing as a form of resistance right there at about $2.50, $2.60. That's a 19 to 20x right there from the golden ratio. The lower we go, the more appealing this thing is. Again, I don't think that we go to 13 cents. I have a hard time seeing that. But even if we do, it's the golden ratio. It's fine. Find support there. Whatever. It's not a big deal. But if we do bounce off of the 16-cent area, like I'm assuming we will, likely we will still see some magnificent growth. We'll see about a 15x, almost a 16x endeavor, if not more. That would be my expectation. And that's basically what I'm thinking for Cookie here, you guys. If we're looking at this on a daily time frame, we are building bullish momentum, where I guess we're building bearish momentum on the MACD, but that's okay. We do have bullish divergence, and that's where we're building the bullish momentum. We are interacting with the zero line here on the MACD. I would assume that we're very near our areas of support. It's okay to go a little bit below, but we don't want to push too much further. This bullish divergence is nice to see, and if we can reverse this over the end of the month here, and I think we will, we should have a nice bounce that takes us back above, not just 20 cents, but probably en route to new relative highs and, again, new all-time highs. Stochastics have been oversold for quite a bit. There's no rule that says you have to get out of the oversold zone, but typically you don't stay here forever, and you've been here for a pretty damn long time, so I think that you will reverse at some point. The RSI likely will bounce off the oversold zone or get just into it, again, expressing that we have just a little bit more to go, but we're almost there, you guys. We're almost there. So all of these, the daily time frames, are telling me that just wait, hold out, right? The short-term stuff is saying we're going to go down a little bit more, but the daily time frame is saying that over the coming days, over the coming weeks, we've got some bullish stuff coming our way. We look at the 3-day time frame. We just crossed bearish on the MACD here. And again, oftentimes you don't just get one drive, you continue a little bit. So maybe this 3-day time frame, 6 hours, maybe even the next one between now and what would that be? It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so Saturday, Sunday. So until, would that be Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Until Monday. Maybe until Monday we're moving down, but then next week I'm assuming we will start to move up again. That's definitely the expectation. So Stochastics are in the oversold zone. We'll probably get a nice bounce off of here. And then the RSI, you do have lower lows in the RSI with higher lows in the price. It's hidden bullish divergence. The further out we zoom, the better this thing looks. It absolutely does. I don't think that we're going to cross the weekly MACD down. I think that this will hold, and what we'll see is actually a building of bullish momentum instead of a decaying of it over time. That's kind of my expectation right there. MACD bouncing off the zero on the weekly. Looks good. Looks good. It suggests that we have weeks to go to the upside. Stochastics have me a little bit worried, right? The orange line, the slower moving average here, or whatever it is, the slower oscillator, did not hit the overbought, so that's a little concerning. The blue one did. That's nice, but I would like to see a little reversal here, which again is not common. You don't typically call for that. You range down. I'll tell you what, though, this doesn't make sense, because if we were to range down here, that would imply that we have weeks of downside to go. And I mean, at that rate, I think we'd have a little bit more to be concerned about than just 13 cents, you guys. But 13 cents, again, considering it as a possibility, you know, right here, your prior all-time high weekly closing area right there at about 12.8 cents. There's the golden ratio is right in this zone here. You have reasons to find support here, support, prior resistance, the weekly stochastics, you know, there's reasons to do that. But the RSI rejecting this overbought area like this, coming down to the 50, this is an area that you expect to bounce. You've even actually bounced here before. It didn't provide anything substantial, and sustainable, but I do think it will this time. I think that we will bounce and we will see the overbought zone pretty soon enough. And again, ultimately taking us up to prices that are probably going to be around $2.50 to $3. That's my expectation. We're at 17.2 cents now, so at that rate, there's at least something that's greater than a 10x there. I've got nothing else for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, all right? Take care.